Welcome to Forensic Friday.
Where we examine the intersection of true crime, psychology, and the heart of being human in the middle of it all. We are slap happy today. Happy Friday. Happy Forensic Friday.
I was like, it's not Friday, but yes, it will be.
I mean, we're always off when we record, but sometimes I'm like on the day, and sometimes I think to make it relevant to the day it's released. It just depends.
Garrett told me I have to talk closer.
Closer and less clicking. No clicking.
I'm not clicking because I'm not reading.
Do you know what triggered his awareness of this? Is I was playing with my pop socket on my phone, and he goes, "It's you," and I was like, "It's not me. It's not me." I'm like, "I'm not defensive at all." He goes, "The clicking." He said, "You're the one clicking. You're playing with your phone." And I said, "No, I know what you're talking about, but it's not me because I put my phone in the drawer because I have learned I will not leave it alone if it sits there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fine. No,
it's me. We've established that I'm the issue.
Click away, girl. We'll just get you the right kind of mouse. It's fine.
It's because I'm reading my notes. I'm doing it right now. Sorry, Garrett. But I'm going to copy and paste this so I can follow along.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So I sent Nat a bunch of stuff about how you live longer if you curse.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing Sorry Tina today because a couple things. I love my mom. I spent all morning with her. Also, Tina is going to blush in this one because if you are listening to this and you have sensitive ears, you may want to skip ahead because we're talking about a truly heinous individual today.
Also, just your kids aren't around when you're listening.
Yeah, make sure your kids really probably shouldn't listen to the Friday episodes at least and some of the Wednesdays.
Wednesdays are usually safe.
Wednesdays are safe. I listen to our CrimeCon remix
Fridays
with Mac.
Safe.
Yeah.
We do our best on Fridays, but we do throw in the occasional swear word.
Well, this guy's earned it. So here's the deal. We are going to do the best we can to give a little bit of a professional rundown. But as a human, I am pissed. And Nat is pissed. And the truth is, we are clinicians and we work with offenders and we care very much about that work. But every once in a while, you see a Manson-esque offender, and it is just awful. And we don't often get to see the abuse in real time. We hear about it, which is more removed and different. But in the case that we're covering today, you can actually see it happen in real time on social media, and it is blowing up everywhere as it should. And so we're going to be talking today about, and we're only going to really identify her mostly by her Instagram handle, because there's parts of this person's case that are still private and should be private until she would choose to share with the world. And so her Instagram handle is at Ricky with 2 Y's and then Lauren with 2 N's. So RickYLaurenn. So at Ricky Lauren. And this woman has been sharing her story over the course of, I don't really know how long. It's really blown up in the last couple of days. But one of our listeners, Keri, who we adore, brought this to our attention.
Keri.
We have 2 Keris. Keri with a K. Are they both Keri with a K?
I think they're both Keri with a K. One of them we interviewed, and one of them is a listener who we met at CrimeCon.
Yeah. This is our CrimeCon girly.
Oh, I love her so much.
Oh, I love her so much. And so Keri, CrimeCon Keri, one of our forensic besties for sure. We love her. She brought this case to us yesterday, or was it today? I don't even know.
Oh,
we were on it. I think it was this morning.
I mean, here's the thing. Usually I'm like, you and I switch on who's on this thing.
It's almost like We literally,
But
guys, when we
you
work together,
jump
it's
on
like a
this.
dance. We're like, one of us is on and the other takes a break and we're on and off and on and off.
No.
But this one, when Keri sent it over, she sent a
Yes.
video, and it was a video of this man just berating this woman.
Mm-hmm.
And he has notes, and he's sitting there, and they're clearly in the outdoors desert. There's an RV behind them,
So
and
weird.
he's just sitting there, and she's just sitting there looking at him. Her posture is rigid, and she's just not really moving.
She's terrified.
She's terrified, and she's just absorbing the
Mm-hmm.
nonsense that this dude is spewing. So I watched this video, and I'm immediately like, yeah, game on. Like I want to know everything. So
Right.
I start watching videos. I'm sending them to Nat. Nat's watching videos, and it is some of the worst abuse I've seen ever
Mhm.
on video. And it brought up a lot of feels. And so we're going to give a clinical lens, but also really a human lens in this one,
Yeah.
because there's a few strategies that this guy uses that are just the worst offenders there are.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to dig into it a little bit.
Yeah.
So, what we know from digging through this history,
Mm-hmm.
right, is that this woman was young when she got into a relationship with this man. He seems to be older than her. I don't know all the details, but he seems to be older than her, and was her personal trainer. He had kind of a professional or professional adjacent relationship with her.
Yeah.
And it progressed. The relationship got serious quickly. They got married quickly. And while they were in this relationship, his views were getting more and more intense. And then he decided that he wanted to live in the desert. And so, of course, they relocate to the desert, and she's isolated and alone with him. And he has, this RV. They're clearly in the desert and they're isolated. And
Mm-hmm.
he is basically indoctrinating her
Mm-hmm.
with all of these beliefs, getting her to admit to things, being so critical of every piece of who she is.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, sexual assault allegations. There's just a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And in one of the videos that I saw, he used firearms, which we know is pretty common. And you get to a point where you just don't care anymore. Like, honestly, you're just
Mm-hmm.
done. Like, life is so miserable. And interestingly, I was watching a video the other day about combat trauma
Mm-hmm.
because of some clients that we're working with and some training we're getting ready to do. And it was the same feeling. And so that hit me too today. I was just thinking about, like, that trauma is kind of similar in the brain, where it's like, I just don't, if life is this miserable, I'm not sure if I want to continue, but I'm not necessarily suicidal. I'm just resigned.
Right.
I'm just resigned. And one of the stories that she tells is that he worked on her for months and months and months. And by worked on her, I mean beat her, berated her. It's really psychological torture
Mm-hmm.
in so many ways, to get a false confession out of her that she poisoned him, because he believed that that would be a self-defense statement that he could use if he ever got in trouble for the things that he was doing.
Crazy.
Unreal. And he was finally successful. So
Mm.
there's a couple of things that I want to get into from a prevention perspective. And I want to remind you guys, we are not diagnosing this person. We don't even know his name. I believe this is real. We've looked into it enough to say, I believe it's real.
Mm-hmm.
There is a conviction of record. We're not going to share the details of that, but there's a conviction and a really light penalty that has been shared. This woman has shared what the
Mm-hmm.
conviction was, which we'll get into, and what the sentencing was. And so there's a couple calls to action at the end as well. So, Nat, we have not talked about this on the pod yet. And
No.
I've been kind of waiting because it gets me fired up. And it came up in Vegas.
What did?
Neurolinguistic programming, NLP.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So, my history with NLP is I knew some providers who used this earlier in my career. And
Mm,
interestingly, I never took to this and it's just not something that I appreciated. I thought it feels manipulative and honestly, I think it's sort of it treats people like they're stupid
mm,
and that we can control them, which I think is the opposite of therapy. Therapy is supposed to be about empowerment, agency, autonomy, growth, and this is not that.
right.
So neurolinguistic programming, NLP, came about like in the 70s
Okay.
by Bandler and Grinder. And basically, there's no science behind it. There's no empirical support. It's
Okay.
pseudoscience. Like, think, oh, I don't want to get sued. Think popular thing that celebrities belong to that makes no sense but is very good at recruiting. Highly represented in cults. That's what I will say. NLP is very,
Okay.
very common in cults. The core idea of NLP is language and conditioned cues can steer emotional states and behavior on a below conscious awareness level.
Okay.
Think hypnosis light.
Right.
Like you're not out, but it's like they really think they have that level of power.
Right.
Okay. So we had someone recently say that they thought that they could hypnotize me specifically, but us. And when I tell you the laugh that came out of me, because I
Oh,
love
I
it.
remember this.
I
Yeah.
would love it if someone would try. To be frank, I can't sleep for crap. So if you really could hypnotize me and make me sleep, that'd be incredible.
That'd be
No
amazing.
one could ever hypnotize me. The electrical activity in my brain is just, it's abnormal and it would be impossible.
Too loud.
There's no way. There's no way
Mhm.
somebody could do that. But there are people everywhere in the right circumstances who can be manipulated. Do I think I could be manipulated? Sure. I don't think any of us are immune to manipulation in the right setting.
Right.
And abusers use the techniques of neurolinguistic programming because
Mhm.
they work on a captive person.
Mm,
Not because they work, but they work because if you are stuck and not safe, and one person is in charge of your entire well being,
mhm,
right? And they're in control, then these tactics tend to work pretty well because they're
mhm,
abusive. And the
mhm,
first one is, and you're going to recognize some of these from situations that you've been in, Nat, with some folks who have an NLP background, but
mhm.
also from some conversations that we've had with folks in the past. I have worked with a psychopathic, uh, even if it's a small cult, but he was still a cult leader, definitely use these tactics. And we've had a few clients and humans try to use these on us, and you will recognize them.
Okay.
Number one, anchoring, pairing a cue, a tone, phrase, gesture with an emotional state until the cue alone triggers it.
Hmm.
It runs through classical conditioning below thought. So the thought is, and this is true. If you this is it's also a form of torture. If
Right.
I use a connection between a cue and an emotional state over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, particularly if I'm in control of you, yeah, eventually when I do the thing, you're going to have a feeling.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
If I roll my shoulders a certain way, if I look at you a certain way, if I snap my fingers, if I hold my glass out, it's going
Hmm.
to have an impact on you. That's abuse conditioning.
Yeah.
It's not a skill set like some people think it is. You know, that's upsetting to me. Induced confusion. This is the one that we've experienced.
Hmm.
Shifting rules and contradictory demands so the target loses orientation and grabs the stable reference point left, which is usually them/him. So if you're constantly moving expectations, demands, targets, you're good at your job, you're not good at your job, you're a good wife, you're not a good wife. If you can't get a grip on who you are outside of what this person thinks about you,
Mhm.
then pretty soon that confusion that they're creating in you leads you back to them. And in
Mm,
this man's case, he took her to the desert where she couldn't have a reference point that wasn't him. So the berating was chipping away, right?
right, right.
Intermittent reinforcement, unpredictable cruelty, then tenderness. The most powerful conditioning schedule, which we've talked about, and it is the engine of a trauma bond. We literally talked about this in Am I Dating a Narcissist? This is clinical narcissism.
Hmm.
This yummy, warm, sticky, sweet feeling when you somehow make them happy and you can't repeat it if you tried because they have to keep you on a treadmill of moving expectations,
Right,
keeps you pulling the slot machine handle over and over again.
right.
That's a trauma bond. That's how that happens,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Hmm.
The other thing is presupposition language patterns. And then I have a question for you when I get through this, okay?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Embedding control inside sentences that assume compliance or worthlessness. So, an example would be when you stop being so difficult. So, the hidden barb in there is you are difficult,
Yeah.
right? So, it's like we'll do things when you can act right. Well, the message is you don't act right. And he is berating her in the first video that really sent me down the rabbit hole. He is
Hmm.
berating her about what kind of wife she is. You were supposed to be supportive. You were this. Tell them. Tell them.
Right.
I mean, he's directing her to the camera that he set up.
No, I know. That's the craziest part of I will probably get into opinions later because I've
Mm.
seen some of these videos, so I want to let you keep going with what you've got prepared, but
Oh, yeah.
it's wild. So I will let loose here soon.
Oh, I'm going to give you a minute in just a second.
Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you going.
Okay. So let's talk about Jackass, okay, for a minute. We're warming up. The captive nervous system. I want to talk about this for a minute, sir. If you are
Sir.
listening, which you probably will because you're pretty obsessed with yourself and the things that you can do and you can't do, I got news for you. Your tactics only work on a captive nervous system.
Mm,
They're not effective because you're smart or special or Jesus Christ, as you seem to think you are. I checked in with him recently. You're not it. Here's the deal.
personal relationships over here with that one.
I
So
just don't, that's not a thing.
you're not
Sorry,
it, bro.
bro.
You're
I
not
mean,
it.
I don't know what to tell you over here. That's not happening. But
God.
it only works on a captive nervous system, which means you have to take a kind hearted person, probably younger than you,
Mhm,
probably kind and soft and wonderful, maybe a little bit vulnerable, and remove them from everything that they know to have a
mhm,
shot in hell at breaking down that big, beautiful brain.
mhm,
And that big, beautiful brain is going to find a way to leave you.
mhm.
If given the opportunity, they will find a way because we also have neuroplasticity. We're resilient, we're super strong, and we're super smart. And you're not. So that's the unfortunate thing when you
Mhm.
get in a situation like this is if you are beat down and a captive, the sustained threat of firearms when he's, rouletting at her in the
Mm,
desert, the isolation, the unpredictability, it keeps the person under that pressure from connecting with their prefrontal cortex that tells them, this guy's nuts. Like,
right.
get out.
Yeah.
You can't access that because they're keeping you on a seesaw of nonsense and you can't get your feet under you.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm,
And so NLP at its core is not reasoning. They're not
mhm,
good at what they do. If you see this tactic, and you're fine. Even if you've had a drink, let's say, and
Right.
someone is giving you half of their attention on and off, depending on whether or not you've earned it. You're
Mm-hmm.
sparkly enough, you're interesting enough, whatever. If you are not under duress, this actually looks really pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're under duress, it does not. And so, one of our goals in the next few days is going to be to absolutely explore, demonstrate, boost, share all of the ways in which this behavior, when not with a captive audience, is insane
Mm-hmm.
and so
Insane.
ridiculous and cringy.
Guys, the music video.
Oh God, the music video alone will send you.
The music. I
Send
hope,
you.
I hope if there are more music videos out there,
Please,
please post.
ma'am, behind the gram. You
Girlfriend.
are unbelievably brave. Send us all the things.
The
Send us
music
the
video.
things.
I could not
Uh-uh.
with that.
Nope.
She
It's
or he had her record it.
that's the best part.
I'm like, there's like such delusional thinking in this
Mm,
whole thing. I'm going through, I'm like, he, first of all, literally is like, are you recording? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, you're incriminating yourself, first of all.
yes.
You're literally getting on video your abuse.
Tell them the pathology of that. It's grandiosity.
Grandiosity, magical thinking.
Yes.
It's, it's like, again, it's like delusional. He thinks he is, I don't know. I would be curious of like her interpretation of why he filmed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd be curious of like if he ever said why he was doing that to her, not abusing her, but like why he was filming it.
I think it started, this is my theory, and
Right.
maybe someday we'll get to check it out with her. Who knows?
Yeah.
But my theory is initially it was about humiliation. I think it was humiliation. I think it was, I want proof of how um messed up, weak, everything you are. And then
Mm,
you show it to them and they see how beaten down they are.
mm,
That,
yeah.
because this is not uncommon. Like we've seen
Yeah.
this before,
Yeah.
but I think it turned into a cult of one structure.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
I had this
100%.
epiphany today. I was like, all intimate partner terrorism is a cult of one.
Mhm,
It's literally, I'm beating down my partner until nothing exists but the dynamic between me and them. And they
mhm.
have no choice but to please their partner. Now, this dude has other psychosis, delusion crap
Yeah.
happening that not every intimate partner terrorist has.
Yeah.
But I have never really thought about it in that way, that when you cut people off, and we
Mhm.
talk about it's a high control environment. We've spoken about this a lot, but it really clicked today. And I think it was those videos where I'm like, this isn't different than
Mhm.
Nixium, than so many things that we've seen,
Yes.
except that there's one.
Yeah.
And we have had offenders at times who are managing relationships with multiple people of the opposite sex,
Mm,
which then is a cult of maybe more than one. But the foundation of it is kind of the same,
right.
right? And so, why this bothers me is I have seen neurolinguistic programming. It is not, you don't see, you have to actually look hard for it now.
Yeah.
But having seen it with clinicians, the clinicians that I happen to know who used it, were not fun to engage with for some of these reasons. They weren't necessarily running a cult, they weren't necessarily being abusive, but there was a manipulative interpersonal style. That's what I would say. And so as I was watching this, I'm like, oh my God, like we've seen this a million times in a million different ways, but this poor woman was
Yeah.
stuck in the desert in a freaking RV with a lunatic who thinks he's Jesus Christ and is really more Manson than
Yeah.
anything.
100%. 100%.
At least if you lived with Manson, there were a lot of people around.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being one person trying to ward off that level of dysfunction? It's terrifying to think about.
Yeah.
Terrifying,
Yeah.
you know? So, Nat, I'm curious as you were as you're listening to me about NLP, which I have like 1 million thoughts about it, but I'm just giving you guys an overview, right? Talk to me, Nat, about a couple of the things in the videos that you saw that really stood out. So there's like the delusional insanity of the music video, which you can speak to, the grandiosity, which
Yeah.
is clinical grandiosity. It's not
Yeah.
like I'm a finance bro and I'm good at shit. Like that's a
Right.
little grandiose, but this is like I'm the second coming. Like there's
Oh no, this
levels.
is like he's singing the song and he's not.
I mean,
This is like he wrote the song and he didn't.
it's just the ick. Ugh,
It's so bad.
it's
It's
so bad.
so
It's
bad.
so bad. It's so bad. But talk to them now about did you see the part with the firearm?
I didn't.
Okay, the roulette with the firearm. She's a recording of it. And he's basically you can hear it. You can hear the chamber. Like you can hear it going.
Yeah.
And literally a bullet hit right next to her on the
That's
ground. Hmm.
and that's in the video?
You can hear it. It's audio. I don't think there's actual video footage of it, but there's audio of it. Mm-hmm.
I'll have to find it.
I
I mean,
know.
there's some gnarly stuff on her page, like bruising.
We'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by Southeast Counseling Center. Southeast Counseling Center is a 501c3 nonprofit mental health provider right here in Parker, Colorado, conveniently located just off major highways. We serve the whole family, from play therapy for kids to couples and family therapy, trauma treatment, psychological testing, and specialized groups. Access matters. That's why Southeast Counseling Center accepts Medicaid, TriWest, and victim compensation, and also offers a community subsidy program to help people who fall in the gap between Medicaid and traditional insurance coverage. And because we're a nonprofit, every dollar donated by the community goes directly towards providing treatment services for people who need help. Prefer to meet at home? Telehealth is available statewide so anyone in Colorado can access our services. To get started, call 720-842-5553 or fill out our secure web inquiry form at secounseling.org. Southeast Counseling Center, care that is accessible, compassionate, and rooted in the community.
Oh, the bruising when he's trying to make her admit poisoning him and she's bruised and there will be people who will be critical of her, I'm sure, because that's part of being out in the open with anything. I'm telling you, as a domestic violence therapist, I do not know this man. I do not know this woman, but the bruising is right where we would expect to see bruising. It's where we see bruising every day in these cases. Every day. It's on her face, it's on her chest. It's
Oh,
where you would
everywhere.
expect to see it. And I believe her.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe her.
Yeah.
What do you make of the park manager situation?
Oh my gosh. Well,
Tell them what it
trafficking.
is and then
It's
what comes to
trafficking.
mind. Mm-hmm.
So he trafficked her to get, I believe, just like a discount. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it wasn't explicit, but that's what I put together in the video. He trafficked her for sexual favors to the camp host.
Mm-hmm.
And the camp host, I think, like at some point said, is this consensual? Like maybe to attempt to save his own ass. But
Mm-hmm.
no, yeah. I mean, her husband
Mm-hmm.
They were married. Trafficked her.
And she
100%.
cried and said no
Numerous times.
numerous times. And the video, this man's on video, his whole face. Go get him. His whole
Totally.
face. And obviously her ex, right? Both of them are standing there and they're yucking it up about how good he's been to them, this park manager. And
He's like, well, it's easy to be good to good people or something.
yes, one of the comments I saw said when men have to say they're good men.
Oh my
And I
man.
have never heard a truly good man say he's a good man, actually. I've never had a man say that unless they're trying to be defensive about a behavior that they've had.
Oh, for
So
sure.
sometimes it's shame, right? Sometimes they have
Sure.
shame and they're like, but I'm a good man, right?
Yeah.
But more often than not, it's defensive. And in this case, it's like, sir. Mm.
I'll be shocked if he also doesn't go to, I don't know if they could charge him, but I'd be shocked if they couldn't.
Well, this is going to get to our call to action later because we're gonna pull some stuff. But one of our friends, Lexi, we have an episode with one of our girlfriends, Lexi. It was one of our first episodes.
It's so funny.
She's so funny, and she was so brave to come on our podcast when it was brand new and talk about this wild experience she had. And the other day, this man, couple men, I think there were two men actually, were just rude to her in the way that you would expect in the situation that she was in. And so she's sharing the story. But one of the
I
things
still didn't listen. I didn't hear it. I have to go.
you have to hear it. I hope she saved it. It's so funny.
I'll text her and ask her for
I
it.
was like, Lexi, I want to watch this like once a week for the rest of my life. It was so funny. I was wheezing laughing because one of the things that she said is she goes, I don't date people I could beat up. And that includes you and your son. And I
That's so funny. She's such a badass.
died. She's such a badass. And
Yeah.
she's, I think she's 30 and they were commenting on the fact that, she's not married with babies yet or whatever, because people say things they shouldn't say. And they made a comment. She's really strong. She works out and she's strong and healthy. And they made a comment about her arms and whatever. And she just loses it in the car. And it's so,
I need him. I'm going to text her
funny.
really fast. I need her to send this to
See
me.
if she has the video because I will share it once a week for you guys. We will share this with you. This man's energy, when I tell you, it is giving that. And I want to sick Lexi on him so bad. He would be climbing a tree to get away from Lexi. I'm telling you right now. She was on a tear and I was just giggling. Oh my gosh. It was so good.
I texted her.
I shared it.
I
but
need her to respond and send this.
Oh my gosh. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So
Lexi's so funny.
Lexi's so funny. So with the trafficking piece, okay, typically that's a huge offense. Like, and there are pretty significant penalties depending on the state that you're in, which for my next trick, we're going to be researching Nevada, because wow.
Not great.
I am curious about the laws there because I think that some of the things that happen, there just has to be accountability for this crap, And we have their freaking faces. Like, and all the abuse, it's on video. It's just unthinkable. So now when we talked about the trafficking piece.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell was going on with the self-defense narrative and the poisoning? Why do you think he thought he needed to do that?
Well, he's recording himself for one. So maybe he had like a little blip of sanity and was like, if this ever gets out, I'm hosed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so maybe he was trying to get her to admit something that she didn't do.
And he took these recordings, to be clear.
Yeah.
And this is one of Garrett's questions now. It was like, why did he film this?
Yeah.
And what do you think? Why did he film it?
Well, like what you said, I mean, to show her how awful he was trying to make her, I used air quotes, guys,
Mm-hmm.
quote unquote awful she was and how unsupportive she was. I think he genuinely probably believed the bullshit he was saying.
By the end.
That she was not supportive. She focused, like one of the videos, it was like, you know, I was number 3. She focused on this, herself, and then me. And it's,
Mm.
like he just believed his own crap.
So I have a girlfriend who got out of an abusive situation, and I listened to hours of their conversations at the end. And I have to tell you, it was this questions and then, see, there it is. I mean, it's like a trap. You can't say the right thing. You don't know what they want to hear from you, nor do you agree with it. That's the torture part of it, is it's like, look at both of the things you said, even though the things that she said were an attempt to please him, clearly. He's like, see, there it is. It's wrong. Anything she would have said would have been wrong. Anything would have been wrong. If she'd said the things that he said he needed her to say, it would have been wrong because the rules are changing constantly because that's how you stay in control. Do you think he really thought he needed a self-defense narrative? Like, how could he think he's the second coming of Jesus Christ and also needs a self-defense narrative? Like, there's a fun motivational interviewing.
I think he was just covering himself.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
there's a part of him that knew he was wrong then. That's where I would go with that.
I think there's a part of him that thought if this gets out, that it could be perceived wrong. I don't think he thought he was wrong. I think he maybe knew if something gets out, people might not fully agree with this.
We'll be right back.
If you work with court-ordered clients, you already know the system can be overwhelming. Documentation, coordination, compliance tracking, billing, on top of actually doing the therapy. That's why we want to tell you about Reliatrax, a one-stop platform built specifically for therapists working in the court-ordered space and voluntary treatment. Reliatrax helps you stay connected with probation and referral sources so everyone's on the same page and your clients get the best care possible without the endless emails, calls, and paperwork. And here's the exciting part. Reliatrax now offers Aura, their new AI assistant. Aura helps streamline documentation, keeps you organized, and supports your workflow so you can spend less time clicking boxes and more time doing clinical work. Reliatrax also supports insurance billing, including Medicaid, making it easier to serve both court-ordered and voluntary clients all in one system. No juggling platforms and no workarounds. And the other amazing thing is you have an actual team of people who can support you, not some automated system. If you're looking for a smarter, more efficient way to manage compliance, communication, and care, Reliatrax was built for this. Check out Reliatrax and see how it can support you, your clients, and the systems you work in without burning you out. You can go to www.reliatrax.com to get started. So, like, the crazy liberals would cart him away, or the crazy people who don't understand his version of whatever, faith, family, whatever.
And I mean, he was clearly trying in those videos, he's trying to make her look like the unsupportive, the bad wife. So this would have just increased that narrative for him to everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. We're not diagnosing because we don't do that on here. And again, I don't even know his real name, let alone all of his
I
history.
mean, I'll allegedly diagnose. Allegedly.
For entertainment purposes. We're going to entertain the shit out of you with his videos the next couple days. I'm going to tell you that.
NPD and psychopathy, 100%. So psychopathy and NPD, allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, okay, so the NPD is clear as anything.
Well, here's the thing. Listen to our Wednesday episode, guys.
Yeah, you decide for yourself.
Yes. And then go watch her videos. we're not
Mhm.
even doing her videos justice in what we're sharing
They're
because
horrible. We're going to share them with you
they're
because,
so bad.
yes,
So we're just gonna tag her and you guys can go watch for yourself and you
yes.
can literally
And
be like,
support her page
yeah,
and support whatever she does to help survivors and where she takes this whole thing because he wanted an audience so bad. Let's give her one. That's what I would say. Let's give her the
mhm.
biggest audience in the world because he
I
wanted
always
an
say
audience for his cruelty.
100%. I say if survivors have receipts,
100%.
blow it up.
Well, yeah, why not? Honestly,
You
at
know what
this
I
point,
mean? Like he tortured you for however long. Monetize that psychotic, insane music video
why?
and make money off of that. Make money off his stupidity, girl.
Absolutely. Oh my
100%.
God. I'm gonna listen, I will learn technology to punk this dude. We're gonna figure out how to make him look like a duck singing that song. I don't know what we're gonna do, but
We
we're
don't have to do anything to make him look
it's
like that.
so bad on its own.
You guys just have to watch it and you'll be like, oh, this is what Natalie and Janine were talking about.
It's insane. Now, there's another one. I'm sure there's many of him. I want so many of them. I hope she keeps posting them. But there's one that made the hair go up on the back of my neck though, and it's he's singing a song and it says searcher on his hat and he's singing a
Oh.
song about how he doesn't need permission. He's on a mission and he doesn't need permission. And he's playing this loudly
Well, he's
outside
on
of
her house or
outside
wherever
of
he
her
was.
house where she was. Well, yeah, I don't know where she was, but
Yeah.
post protection order outside of where she was living or where she was,
Mhm.
and they couldn't get his a license plate. They couldn't prove it was him. And he knew exactly what he was doing. So this is the kind of stalking insanity that just
Mhm.
even when you get out, you're still getting messed with. You know what
Mhm.
I mean?
Mhm.
Talk to me about psychopathy, allegedly. In this case, what are the traits that are popping up? We can talk traits all day.
Um, the grandiose sense of self, the
Mm-hmm.
thought that he'll get away with it,
Mm-hmm.
lack of probably remorse and empathy. I mean, you don't see anything like
Mm-hmm.
that. I mean, the music video in itself, I just cannot get past the music video.
It's insane.
Like, that's beyond narcissism. That's beyond that.
Yes.
I've worked with NPD.
Well, we
That's not,
honestly,
that's past it. I've never worked with someone with just NPD who would ever post a music video like that.
I've known a couple.
Of just NPD, not psychopathy
Oh
or
yeah. The
antisocial.
psychopathy is not why he posted the video. The video is potentially some of the delusional traits. I will say the music video is narcissism. He wanted an audience. The
Mhm.
I'm the Messiah is psychosis,
Mhm. Oh, for sure.
delusion. Now, I shouldn't even say psychosis. I don't know if there's hallucinations. There are delusions though,
There's
because
delusional
that's a
thinking.
delusion of grandeur,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's that. Now, when it comes to the music video, that's where we've had folks do some crap like this. We've had people who've done stuff like this. We don't get to see a lot of it. It usually comes to us sideways.
Mm.
And so I've had a couple of situations where there's been, I mean, okay, so even when we interviewed Grace,
Mhm.
Why She Stays podcast, she talked about how her guy had a YouTube channel talking all about how
Oh,
to not be how he
abusive.
was an abuse. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah,
he's
he
better
was
now and he
abusive and now he's not.
helps men.
Not be
So
abusive.
we've had people who like a stage, and we have occasionally taken an offender off the stage. We've done this recently.
That's
Where
also
sometimes
stuff
the
in
stage
my
has to
brain
get a little smaller.
that's sometimes like in my brain, I'm like, that's psychopathy, right? Like
Mm-mm.
you're gonna get away with something, you're gonna keep doing it, and then also
No, the parts of it are, yes. So the part that psychopaths are fixated on the moment, they do not
yes,
think long term.
yes.
So the impulsivity, the grandiosity is definitely psychopathy.
Yes.
The need for an audience is not necessarily psychopathy.
Sure.
Sometimes they enjoy that.
That's more narcissism for sure.
Yes. Now the abuse with the video, that is psychopathy.
Yes.
So having her watch and see how beaten down she is, berating her over these points that she can't predict, that is so abusive and sadistic. The firearm stuff is psychopathic. There's a lot of narcissistic people who would never discharge a firearm at their partner. Like those are not the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's an interesting thing. And this is where that overlap pops up too.
Yeah.
And I wonder if more traits are going to come out. Histrionic, probably.
Oh, histrionic? Are you kidding me? Absolutely. Allegedly.
Attention seeking.
Allegedly histrionic.
Allegedly.
That's the music video. Oh my God.
Yep.
I can't get past this music video.
No, the music video is really significant. It's significant. Talk to me about the system. So when I saw the video about the firearm, it brought me back to a case where a man discharged a firearm in his home. I'm not going to give a lot of details, but it was really terrifying. The children were in the home when this happened, and this person that I talked to showed me the video. When they went to the police station, they were afraid they wouldn't be believed, and they were not believed when they first went to. And I know this because when this woman was afraid and she had a friend go with her, I said, would you feel more comfortable if I'm on speaker with you at the police station? And she said, yes, I would, because I was the only person she told ever that this happened to. So she goes in, because I'm on speaker, like in her pocket or something. She's talking to this cop, and this cop's giving her the business. And he's just kind of like, well, ma'am, we really would need to have evidence of this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, go do something, investigate. It's your job to go find the evidence. Like, why? Anyway, I was like holding my tongue, and I could hear her getting quieter and quieter.
Like yelling from her pocket.
I mean, well, I did eventually. So the person next, her friend starts talking for her because she's just running out of gas. Like she got her strength up to go in there, and they didn't believe her, and she knew they wouldn't. And then the friend starts talking. He's really blowing the friend off. And then I'm in the pocket, and I'm like, show him the video. Did you show him the video? And I'm like, oh God, I hope she's not mad at me, because I didn't know if she wanted me to say that. She had not shared the video yet. She had a video of this. Because he was on a tear that night, and she happened to set her phone up, caught the whole thing on tape. I saw him shoot the gun on the video. You can see him do it. And in that particular case, he was like, oh, well, I didn't know you had a video. I'm like, dumbass. Like, ask her, go to the house, look at the hole in the wall, like do something. Anyway, that was a whole, I was mad. I'm still mad when I think about it. But that man did not get a fair sentence either, which we will talk about when we get to sentencing. But I was thinking about that case again today, and that case just stuck with me. And it's just like this. It's like just beaten down. And when you see in real time a survivor who's so strong and so smart and so incredible, not even flinch when somebody fires a gun at them, it is the most devastating thing, because it wasn't the first time, and in her mind, it wouldn't be the last time. Fortunately, it was, in my gal's case, the last time, but she didn't know in that moment, and she was kind of resigned to that, which is awful.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I want to jump to kind of what ended up happening then, or where we are now in what this person is sharing, and how we might be able to support. So he was found guilty. I don't have all of the specifics, because while it's public record, this person is being careful about what they share, as they should be.
Yeah.
I have no issue with that whatsoever. But she did go on the record with what the punishment was.
In her Instagram?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it was about 30 days in jail and 7 years probation. And that's in Texas.
30 days?
30 days. Mm-hmm. 30 days, not in jail with videos like that. 30 days. Mm-hmm.
Well, and then the video, right, of him driving, and she talked about this on her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll get into that. But the video of him driving, taking that video of himself, that's after he was sentenced, right? That's
Absolutely, yeah.
so here's the
Protection order.
thing, like
I don't know if it
protection
was
order.
post-sentence. It was
Oh, okay.
protection order, though. There was a protection order in
Sure.
place. So I don't know if it was before or
It's like,
after.
Obviously I appreciate that there's protection orders that exist, and also it's a piece of paper.
It's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper.
So that's crazy.
Also, you need a license plate. I can't listen. In the year of our Lord, 2026, there's cameras everywhere. Everyone has a Ring doorbell. There's cameras at gas stations. There's cameras at intersections. I got a photo ticket in front of my son's school for going 2 miles per hour over the school zone limit. There's cameras everywhere. I can't believe for 1 minute that we can't catch him with his license plate. Like, what are we doing? Whatever. Okay, I have feelings about that, obviously. Here's where we're at now, though. So she is coming forward. She did put out a victim impact statement that is really powerful. She talked about the fact that it was sexually gratifying to him. The thought of hurting her, just the thought of it was enough.
Gross.
Which is disgusting and
Gross.
informs another opinion that I have. If this man walks into our office, Nat, based on everything that we know,
DOC.
DOC, do not pass go.
Yeah. Do not collect $200.
Do not collect $200. If this case rolled across our desk, right?
DOC immediately.
Immediate. Why?
Because of the psychopathy, because of the literal zero insight and remorse. Like, I want to say remorse, but we've taken people in who don't have remorse. But it's like, his thinking is so far gone based on just the videos we've seen.
100%.
There's like no coming back from where he's at. And so it's like
he will do this forever.
The safest place for him to be for everyone else is behind bars, is in a human cage. I'm sorry.
No, 100%. Or if he's that profoundly mentally ill, so Nat and I pulled up Manson because I'm like, ooh, okay, let's check this out, right? So Nat pulls up Manson and he's been diagnosed with 8,000 things because he's been assessed 1,000,000 times and who even knows what's really going on with him. But you can't be this sick and be free.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that's genuinely how I feel about it. And he's a 1%er.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who can be treated for domestic violence. This is our literal job. Mm-hmm. And if you guys saw some of the things that changed, some of the things that men come in will own, will work on, we can make a difference. I'm telling you. And I know that's not always popular with some people. And I understand that. I understand that people think you're probably just getting snowed. And sometimes we probably do get snowed. We know this. But also there's some genuine things that we've seen over the years. But in this particular case, when that belief system is so pervasive, mixed with this intense grandiosity, like on a scale that you see in high control environments, right? Mm-hmm. He's just probably not going to get better. He's just not going to get better.
No, he's not.
And so he's out, Nat. So what does this look like? Is he in treatment? What's he going to do to a treatment provider? How does he stroll in?
I can't even say that he would be smooth because he wouldn't be. Mm-hmm. He would think he's smooth.
I actually think he
You
could
would think,
manipulate a newer provider potentially, depending on how he presented.
I mean, maybe, I think he could manipulate like a therapist who does not have any forensic background.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Or a brand new baby forensic therapist. And I only say that because I have
None of ours. I don't think he could steal
no,
any of ours. None.
no, but who's their therapy mamas? I mean, absolutely not.
Oh, I
But
know. Yeah.
there are some folks who this is where it's a tough gig, man, because you have to have some level of belief that people can get better to do this work, but you have to have a real alignment with ethical treatment, and you have to stay connected to research and amenability and whether or not people can actually get better. And if you're not connected to that, you can and will be manipulated, even if it's just to get through a probation period, right? And we
Well,
have worked with psychopathic offenders who've slept with therapists.
oh,
We have.
crazy. Well,
It
and the
happens.
crazy thing is, and I don't know about this dude, right?
Mhm.
I want to say, and I know nothing about him. Okay.
Me neither.
Say that this would be
All
true.
of this is speculation.
I want to say that he couldn't be smart enough to. I always like tell our guys, I'm like, if you're trying to get like, what is it, one on us, one past us, or
One
whatever,
over us.
one
Or
over us.
one over on us. One over on us.
I want to say that he couldn't do
Mhm.
that, but like you're saying, like a new therapist and also a new PO. And also if they're compliant enough with like the
Yep.
evidence-based compliance, so like UAs, and if he's
Yep.
like finding his P's and Q's and whatever, like that's the sketchy stuff that guys like this could pull, right? Like they're still emotional terrorists, but they can still fly under the radar just by being paper compliant.
Paper compliant. Well, and he also has some emotion words at his disposal. He's using them not particularly well, in my opinion, but
Oh,
well enough to feign something.
sure.
He could feign a complaint. We've had that before where people are like, I feel utterly disrespected, and you're like, I said hello. You know, but they have enough words to like put a complaint together, I don't know. But you're
Mhm.
right. I don't think it would be very deep.
No.
I don't think it would be very deep. So the biggest concern that I have with somebody like this is he's going to do this again. He's going to do this again. He needs to be held accountable in Nevada. So we're going to post. I mean, if I can find the sheriff's personal cell phone number, I will give it to you. Like if we
Unfortunately, we were just in Nevada.
we were just in Nevada, and the whole time I felt like this place is a disaster. But I don't know what they do there, but I'm
That
really
was
hoping
disaster.
that they will hold this man accountable for the things that he has clearly done. And so we're gonna get you guys on this situation. We want you to follow her. But he's going to do this again. So he's doing it now. He's
Yeah.
doing it now. And so here's the deal. When you act this malignant on camera,
hmm
at least hopefully some people will see him coming. The other thing is, this is why we need a register of the 1%er domestic violence offenders. I don't think it's every offender, because we also know a lot of people who get in trouble for domestic violence, and it is not this. It's
Right.
not this. But people who are sadistic to this degree and enjoy hurting their intimate partners like this, it's a different breed. It's a
It is.
different typology.
Yeah.
And we need to keep track of them.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
We need to keep track of them.
I mean, guys like this are scary and dangerous. Like that's just
It's,
case in point, you know? And so this guy, the things that he did, the things that he was saying,
oh,
yeah, he's scary. He's a scary guy. And his sentencing's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
oh yeah. I don't even. You know what? I'm going to tell you the truth. I have had animal abuse cases that had harder sentences than that.
Yes.
Maybe not the length of probation, but the jail time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Dude. Wild. That's wild.
That is so, I mean, it's just offensive.
Yeah.
I feel strongly that if this happens again to another woman,
Mhm.
then the people who don't hold them accountable should be held accountable.
Mhm.
So I agree with parents being held accountable for not having firearms
Mhm.
secured,
Right.
and children get them and hurt people. Those parents should be absolutely responsible.
Yeah.
I feel that way about departments that don't run this kind of behavior to ground. And so I really hope that Nevada, whatever county this is, you got to do your due diligence, man. And if you get to the end of it and you don't have enough, you don't have enough. But
But at
it
least
is
look
hard
into
to
it.
imagine.
At least look into it.
But this is more. This is more video evidence than we get in our cases.
No, I
Just
know.
is. And I don't
Based
know.
on criminal
I don't know
offenses.
why we can't do anything with that. That is just nuts to me.
Yeah. No, it's wild.
You know?
Wild. Well,
Wild.
to be continued, y'all. I mean, I feel like this, I don't know if this is a new thing that's getting posted and she's just getting traction, but like we might have more for you on this. Who knows?
We may have more for you. And I'm gonna try to get some information for you guys on how you can get a hold of Nevada, whatever county this is, and blow them up. And then the other thing that I really want you to do, and we've said this, is follow Ricky Lauren, RickyyLaurenn on Instagram. Follow her, because if she gets followers and if she's able to tell her story, there's some justice in that for her that she's not getting from the judicial system right now.
Yeah.
And I think it's so brave for her to tell her story. Good for her. And unfortunately, as hard as it is to watch this stuff, this is what it takes sometimes for survivors to realize that they're in a situation like this and that they can get out.
Mhm.
They can get out.
Yeah, they can.
And they do every day. Every day people leave.
Yeah. Well, this beautiful human did.
Hmm. She got out. And I hope someday she'll tell the story of how she did that, because I think
It's so
that is the story I want to hear.
It is. And I've heard with survivors we've interviewed and have talked to, whether it's through our podcast or through, people that we've met through work, whatever, there's so much empowerment and it actually helps other survivors. So I hope to see that video when she posts it.
100%. We're going to be glued to her page.
Yep.
And we're going to share the cringiest stuff that he did and some of the more, I don't know, telling things that he did, in the hopes that it helps other people and drives people to her page so they can support her. Well, Nat, thanks for going on this wild ride with me today and watching all the videos and going down the rabbit holes.
Oh, I know. Well, you were like sending them to me all night. Like I was in bed and I woke up to like 2 more.
Sorry.
In addition.
I was on one. It wasn't that early. When was it? How late were you in bed?
Well, I was in bed early. You sent them late.
When did I send them?
Last night at like midnight or something.
Was I watching them at midnight?
Gare, get your wife
I don't know my
bed.
wife. I can't sleep. I need progesterone.
Oh my God.
I do. I need something.
Well, then I don't need progesterone because I'm constantly tired. You're like, you need this. I'm like, no, I need like.
No. No, I don't think you need progesterone. I need progesterone.
Oh, I thought you were saying I did.
No.
I was like,
we got to switch places.
Yeah, I have like 0 testosterone running through my body.
No, we're going to get our.
My test is 0.0.
We're gonna get our hormones adjusted, and we'll keep you posted on that as well.
This is what happens when you have a baby. You just get depleted of everything.
This is what the people want to hear about, is our hormones for sure. As I'm sweating to death in my home.
You know what though? I have people who are like, hey,
it's important.
do you have information about these things? And I'm like, I do. Also, here's a
Yes.
reference.
We did so good from a cursing
Also,
perspective. We didn't even have to say sorry, Tina. We said jackass.
yeah, no, we did pretty good.
I don't think I dropped a single F-bomb. You're welcome, Tina.
I didn't either.
High five. He deserves one, though. So if you want to drop one in your own home, you feel free to do that. We will see y'all next week. As always,
Bye, forensic friends.
I'm Janine.
And I'm Nat.
And as always, thanks for listening and join us next week for more crime, psychology, and heart.